All right, July 4th is upon us, and this is, of course, the time when we celebrate the brave people who risked their lives and their sacred honor to create the freest, wealthiest, most prosperous, and most powerful country that has ever existed on God's earth. So, because my producers hate me, you can understand, look at me, you can understand why. Instead, we're going to be watching people on TikTok who hate America. They're going to talk into their cameras in the safety of this country with the army surrounding them that's never more powerful than any army that's ever existed before. They're going to use their First Amendment rights, which we have in America, to tell us why they hate this country. And the reason I'm going to watch this is because I don't have a screwdriver to drive into my head and end myself more quickly. This is brought to you by ExpressVPN, because that's the kind of people they are. Visit expressvpn.com/Andrew Klavan Show today, and you can get an extra 3 months free and keep your data safe. All right, let's look at this stuff.
Only in America!
Happy 4th. If you thought I was celebrating the 4th of July this year, you were rudely mistaken. What am I celebrating? Because every year when I say that I don't celebrate the 4th of July, some is always like,
"That is so un-American of you. This is the day we got our freedom from Great Britain and our independence."
Employers, companies, jobs now have the right to discriminate against me because I have a little sugar in my tank, because I'm a little fruity. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome! If you're not new, time for the Daily Scray! I'm not celebrating the 4th of July. The only holiday I will be celebrating this month is my birthday, which is on July 23rd. Aside from that, yeah, am I gonna look at the pretty fireworks that are crackling and popping outside my window? Sure. Am I maybe gonna drink a little? Sure. But am I doing those things because I'm a red-blooded American? No. I'm doing it because it's the 4th of July and I can't.
Well, I have to say, we're really gonna miss her, him, whatever that is. We're we're going to turn around. We're going to be sitting there remembering the fact that we're free and that, we're basically spoiled. We haven't been attacked. We haven't had to go to war. It's a wonderful, rich country. But we're going to look around and say, where's that bitchy, nasty person who cursed at us all the time? Why isn't he or she or why isn't that person here? We really miss that. Oh no, maybe we won't say that. Maybe we just don't care. Maybe she thinks we care, and she's talking into the camera as if we care, but we're not the camera. And you can tell the difference between us and the camera because the camera might care, but we don't care at all. All right, let's listen to another one.
5 reasons I do not celebrate July 4th. 1. Independence Day did not free everyone. This country was founded on indigenous genocide by white colonizers who stole and then enslaved millions of Africans. Not much to be patriotic about there. Those enslaved folks then built this nation and its economy without reparations to this day. Remember that the majority of the folks who signed the Declaration of Independence owned enslaved black folks. Some 75% of them. 2. Slavery was not fully abolished in 1865 with the Emancipation Proclamation, as you were probably taught. The 13th Amendment legalizes slavery as punishment for a crime, and black codes then established convict leasing, incentivizing the arrest of black folks for so-called crimes such as vagrancy, which was not being employed or, quote, appearing homeless. The 13th Amendment is still in place today, and that history of systemic racism and present reality explain why black folks are overrepresented in the prison system, why black folks are more likely to get more intense sentences, why black youth are 8.5 times more likely to be tried as adults than white counterparts for the same crimes, why black men receive 20 to 50% longer sentences than white men for the same crimes.
So here's the thing. First of all, a lot of this is not true because the conditions for black people were actually getting better and better until the Great Society, until the Lyndon Johnson programs that basically destroyed, almost wiped out the black family by paying people to have children out of wedlock. And that's the problem we have. And that's why they call you racist when you oppose welfare, because welfare is helping the Democrat Party because it gives them money to distribute, but is actually destroying the people it's supposed to help. However, I would be perfectly happy to say to this guy, he should move to the first country he can find where there's never been any injustice. He should move there immediately. In fact, I'll go with him. I will go with him to the first country he can find that has never had any injustice, unless when he goes to that country, he vanishes because he's gone nowhere. In that case, I'm staying here. All right, let's watch another one.
I'm a doctor, and like many of you, this 4th of July, I'm not feeling super patriotic. On one hand, I am very thankful for the freedoms I do have afforded to me. But on the other, I am mad as hell about the ones that have been removed in this country. So today I'm going to use that anger and frustration and put my money where my mouth is. And I will be making a donation to Planned Parenthood and reproductiveaccess.org in the name of the justices who voted down Roe.
Got it. Okay. I was wondering what she was complaining about. She's complaining that she can't kill a baby. If she has sex, if she has a baby, she can't kill the baby. I would like to bring on a baby to tell you why he's celebrating the 4th of July, because now he can't be killed. I would like to do that, but the baby can't talk, which is why they can kill him without hearing from the baby. So maybe the fact that she's looking and sticking her face in the camera and talking on video is the reason we're hearing her, but not hearing the baby she wants to kill. Too bad. But you know what? We'll celebrate for the baby until the baby gets here. Have you ever gotten undressed only to realize you were in front of an open window? How did that make you feel? Exposed? Vulnerable? Well, going online without using ExpressVPN is like being naked in front of a floor-to-ceiling window. That's because your internet provider can see and record everything you do online. Your internet provider can see every website that you visit, and in the U.S., they're legally allowed to sell your browsing activity to third parties without your consent. But it's not just internet providers. If you're using the Wi-Fi at work, at a hotel, Airbnb, or even at home, the owners of that Wi-Fi can also see everything you're up to. Imagine all those people getting a list of everything you've ever clicked on. Kind of worse than being naked in front of a window, isn't it? That's why for the past 5 years, I've never gone online without ExpressVPN running in the background. I've been saying this for years. If you use the internet in any shape or form, you need to start using ExpressVPN. The app is so easy to use. I just tap one button. All my traffic gets sent through a secure, encrypted server. ExpressVPN is like tinted windows for my internet connection. I can see out. No one can see in. So make sure you secure your online activity with the VPN I trust to keep me private. Visit expressvpn.com/Andrew Klavan Show today, and you can get an extra 3 months free. That's expressvpn.com/Andrew Klavan Show, expressvpn.com/Andrew Klavan Show to learn more. All right, let's hear another one.
All right, y'all. Today is what day? Right, it's the 4th of July, and I am wearing what? Black, and that is because why? Oh yes, because there's literally nothing worth celebrating today, because go outside and touch some grass and read the news. Okay. So what are we gonna do?
What is it, woman? What?
Burn down the patriarchy. That is correct. I'll see you outside at 2. I bring the snacks, you bring the bevs, and let's go, honey.
The patriarchy. That's a big problem, the patriarchy. It is a really big problem, because the one thing you don't want is men taking care of women and staying around to take care of their children. If that happens, women, it's terrible for women. Women, should be free to have children out of wedlock and watch them go to prison and take drugs, because that's the kind of country we want to have. I gotta tell you, these people are so spoiled. They do not know what they do not know. They do not know what the world is like everywhere else but here. I lived overseas for a while, so I got to tell you, I will be celebrating the 4th of July, even now, which is a tough time in our country. I will say that. It is a tough time.
You answered every question. You knew all the facts.
But I will be celebrating because I know what it's like to not be here. And they don't know because they're on TikTok, which is Neverland. All right. Are there more of these people? Why you do this to me? What have I ever done to you guys? What is wrong with you? This is just cruel. Never mind. They're never listening. Go ahead. Play more.
In honor of Independence Day, let's talk about the French Revolution. Obviously, this is just for educational purposes. Don't take any tips or get any ideas from this, okay? So the main reason it happened was the income disparity between social classes. So there was rapid population growth, and they were unable to adequately finance government debt. So that resulted in economic depression, high food prices, and unemployment. I know. But we don't have a monarchy, so it's definitely not the same as our situation. So got worse and worse and worse until they eventually stormed and seized the Bastille. Again, don't get any ideas. Strictly educational purposes. So that was the beginning of the end, and the French population actually contributed in rebuilding their society. All in all, it took about 10 years, so obviously change doesn't happen quickly, but it could happen since they were persistent.
I don't have time to take apart the fact that the French Revolution became a terror with people being beheaded all over the place, and then became a world war with Napoleon conquering much of Europe, and also those glasses look really, really stupid on her. I'm sorry. Napoleon was a tyrant. The people who ran the French Revolution became tyrants, and those glasses look ridiculous. Another one.
Merica is not what it once was. I've got some bad news for people who don't travel internationally. The world hates us.
No one thinks we're weak. No one wants to screw around with us. Nobody.
We aren't even like statistically on top of anything, education or anything anymore. And I've traveled a lot internationally. Over COVID, obviously, I stopped. And there's always been an underlying tone that America is dangerous. However, I'm on my first international trip since COVID, and it has gotten worse. I have heard from every nationality that America is dangerous, but I arrived in Indonesia, which is a country that, you know, a lot of people aim to get out of and go to America. And the first thing that my taxi driver says to me is that he's afraid of America because of all the poppy seeds that we're taking and all the jazz powder that people are using. And he's convinced that people are walking around the U.S. like zombies.
well, she is, but well, you know, if the Indonesians don't like us, it's over. You know, it's an old expression. When Indonesia doesn't like you, it's over. They used to say that. The Greeks, the ancient Greeks used to say that. If Indonesia doesn't like us, then we'll stop, you know, we'll kill Socrates.
Well, I'll take it all back. Call him in here. I'll renounce everything. Let's get out of here. Let's go get some Chinese food.
That's the way it is. So why are all these white women? You know, aren't white women the most privileged class in America? Isn't that what we're supposed to believe? Why are they the ones who are complaining? Wait, here's a black guy. All right, let's listen to a black guy.
You want to know what's funny in the most unironic way is I hate America so much. The quality of life is so bad that I'd be willing to commit treason for free. I'd be giving away government secrets like it's a Black Friday deal. You know, my little jingle would be, it's the season for some treason. I would do anything to get out of this country.
You know, it's too bad there are no planes leaving this country. It is really too bad you cannot get a plane out of this country. You know, it's like, I don't know how to leave. I don't know how this guy could get out. Maybe he could, you know, like in Sound of Music, he could sing. And as he was singing, he could disappear. You know, people would be paying attention to the singers, but he could disappear and then go out and walk until he reached the Alps and then like climb over the Alps and avoid the guards and get, you know, bribe his way through into Switzerland or something like that. Or he could just get a plane to another country.
Every day.
Oh, there are more of these guys? Oh, thank God it's over. I love this country. If you hate America or enjoy hating the people who hate America or just hate something, like and subscribe. Also, subscribe to The Andrew Klavan Show wherever you get your podcasts.